VeThor token. So this is the utility token of vChain. This is probably going to do pretty well in the next bull cycle, and the reason for that is utility tokens do often do well. They gain very fast. The more the blockchains are used, the more they are obviously used. And I think fundamentally we're going to see growth in vChain. Since they became smart contract compatible, this is one where that token is going to be used more and more and more. So I'm going to go through what I think this can hit in the next bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new to the channel here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in the videos, I showed that I was buying up these coins. The reason for that is I expected them to make me good money, and they did. You can see what the prices of these coins were worth when I recorded all those videos, and you can see the highs that these coins hit less than a year and a half on. And if you had put in $100 into those coins when I released my videos, and you sat on them, you ignored them for 18 months, and then you jumped onto your wallet and sold them, your profit from 100 into each would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty good. Now, I sold all of these. We had the market crash. Since then, I've been buying up new coins. These are coins that I think can 40, 50, even 100 times my money. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do those kinds of profits, I jump onto the site, I talk to my members, and I tell them what the coin is, what profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. They can copy along exactly. And what that means is they're going to make the exact same profits as me. A nice added bonus as well, they don't have to trawl through 30,000 different cryptocurrencies to try and find a winner, because I'm doing all the work. That's how I found Phantom, by the way. I went through 20-odd thousand cryptos, and I found Phantom and understood that it was going to at least 100 times my money. That's why I sold a course for $20 about Phantom. It was called the best cryptocurrency investment of 2020. It was on Udemy. It ended up doing 700x. Members people that took the course ended up becoming millionaires off of that, because many of them put in several $1,000s. Now, when I find another Phantom, that just goes on to copymycrypto.com. So if you've not been onto the site, go onto the site now to see what it's all about, and if it's a service that you want to try. Now, VeThor. So, as I said, utility token of vChain. So, I don't know why CoinMarketCap keeps doing that. So VeThor token launched a little later on. Effectively, it launched in 2018, and this, because there's a two-token model to this. Now, we've seen lots of two-token models. You can see it with Neo and Gas. You can see it with Ontology and Gas. Hell, you can see it with what's the other one? Well, there's another one that always leaves me. Something Energy. I can't remember. And those utility tokens end up pumping very, very nicely. Like Ontology Gas ended up overtaking Ontology in the last bull cycle. So the VeThor token is native to the vChain blockchain, right? Its primary purpose is to facilitate processes and transactions on the blockchain, and it essentially represents the smart contract layer of the network. Now, the founders are the same founders of obviously vChain, which is Sunny Liu. Now, what I like about this is, since becoming smart contract compatible, vChain has started adding to its ecosystem. The ecosystem, by the way, is still weak in terms of you and I as users. Like, there's not tons of stuff there for users, because vChain, make no mistake about it, is the daddy, it's the king of supply chain. And a lot of big businesses work with vChain, and the reason for that is, it allows for transparent tracking of goods, right? And there's a lot of other things that they do, but in terms of supply chain, they rule the roost on that. So a lot of businesses will work directly with vChain, and they'll have to obviously interact with with vChain via VeThor token. But for you and I, right now, DeFi for vChain is weak. NFT, the NFT ecosystem is kind of weak. Gaming is weak. This is the area that they're going to be developing upon. And as there's more products for you and I to use, VeThor is going to have far more usage. And the more products that come onto vChain that are of good quality that users flock to use, VeThor is going to have far more usage. And as a result, there's going to be more of a need for the coin and more of a need to buy the coin to interact with, whether it's a DEX, a lending protocol, or whatever it is. Now, the VeThor blockchain boasts very good speeds. It's cheap to use. It allows developers to pull together their efforts with their open source design. They also have developed meta transaction features, which allow participants to organize multi-party payments and multitask transactions. This allows enterprise users of all levels to benefit from the blockchain's capabilities. In addition, the VeThor network benefits from the dual token design, as transactions and smart contracts are executed by the VeThor token. Now, in terms of circulating supply, it's currently 70 billion. And in terms of volume, look, the volume is not great, but it's not terrible. And it's worth noting, VeThor token is buyable absolutely everywhere. It's on Binance, it's on Coinbase, right? And the reason for that is everyone respects vChain, everyone understands what vChain is and what it can do. Overall, like I said, the success of VeThor token is going to be incredibly dependent upon the growth of vChain overall. If vChain doesn't grow their smart contract platforms and they don't grow their DeFi ecosystem, then we will not see the growth of this crypto unless we start seeing an insane sort of clamoring from businesses to start using vChain for their supply chain needs. As of right now, like I said, we're not in a great spot with this ecosystem for you and I, for the users. But this is already well established as a excuse me, as a business-based blockchain, and the utility of this is outstanding. Now, you can see there are some things on here. It has improved, but it's kind of weak still. Yeah, I do like the fact that they've got VNS domains, but I'm not sure how much of a desire there's going to be globally for a vChain-based domain, not when Ethereum lives. Right now they've got the VeThor exchange, effectively. You've got fiat on ramps, you've got some token swaps. Within the NFT section, the NFT section has grown. I generally think the NFT section across all of crypto is pretty weak. I don't think there's much here right now in terms of real value. However, we saw in the last bull cycle that people want these pictures, these images, these pixels, however you want to define them. And look, I think inevitably we'll probably see another run on NFTs where everyone gets excited, everyone's buying them. And if vChain lands a very, very strong NFT collection, we'd see a ton of purchases. Those purchases require the VeThor token, and as a result, the price would appreciate. I think fundamentally, DeFi needs to be the biggest growth sector here, because as of right now, you've got, the game, collectibles wise, there's huge amounts. But in terms of DeFi and in terms of games, this is the two sections of vChain that need to grow. And if we see that grow, VeThor token rockets. It's only been through one bull cycle. I'm not prepared to suggest that this is going to hit a new high. It launched and it hit a very, very big price, but this was in a bear cycle. So it doesn't, you can acknowledge it, but it doesn't really count. The bull cycle hit that it got was about 2.5 cents, and that's probably more like 3 cents really. The spikes are not accurate. I'm not convinced it's going to break what it did in 2021. So initial target right now for me is 2 cents here, which is about an 8x. I'd still put it at a 1.4 billion market cap. But if vChain becomes a real platform of DeFi and a real platform of games, then this could hit 5 or 6 cents, like with relative ease. And while I'm not convinced as of right now this is going to hit a new high, one thing I will say is, in terms of probability, it's got to be higher. It's got to be a higher probability that it's going to go up, because since they're smart contract compatible, we are seeing development. Even if I'm not blown away by the development or excited by the development, there is development, so there is going to be users. So 2 cents is the initial target for me. If it hits that, we reevaluate, but as of right now, development on VeChain is going to be key for this coin's success. So let's see if we see this grow. If you're a VeChain user, by the way, what do you like about VeChain, or what are you using on VeChain's platform that you think is good? Let me know in the comments down below, because as well, within the crypto space, all these crypto projects watch videos about this. They like to hear what the community is saying, and if the community is saying this DEX is outstanding, they can push on development on those kind of niches. So let the cryptos know what you think. And guys, if you want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. Head over to copymycrypto.com. Just check out the site. Everything on the site is public record. Whether you just want to see what I said about Phantom in 2020 when no one was talking about it, whether you want to just see what members have made, all of it can be verified on the history of this channel. You watch the old videos, you can see it all. If the idea of making the same profits as me and doing no work appeals to you, like I say, watch all the videos, read through the site. Copymycrypto.com is where I do all the work. I trawl through the 30,000 plus coins that we've got in this space. I find coins that are winners, like I did with Phantom. And when I do, I jump onto my site. I tell my members what the coin is, what the profits will be, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. They can copy along exactly. It couldn't be easier. So if you've never got round to checking the site out, do that now and see if it's something that you want to try. And that's it from me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.